Holidays are a fun time, but it's often a very busy time, and that can put a lot of pressure and stress on your relationship. Here to tell us about it is marriage counselor Dr. Rita DeMaria. Welcome back, Dr.
Hi,
DeMaria.
how are you?
Very well, thank you very much. I can speak from experience. I was on the phone last night with my husband. Just nasty.
Yeah, the time constraints, the pressure, all the things that have to be done on top of our busy lives, the stress gets to be too much.
How can we put things in perspective and remember that this person we have to keep working on this while everything else goes a little crazy?
Well, sometimes it is actually hard, but I think what happens for some couples is that actually some of their problems get revealed at this time of year, and then that creates another level of stress because now they realize these problems they ignore most of the time are really showing up. So, you know, it is a good time maybe to make a mental note that it is something you want to deal with as part of the next week or two after the holidays and when things settle down. But it does create a lot of stress for couples, and it either brings out the best or can bring out the worst.
Now, one of those issues that may be revealed around this time of year might be money issues.
Yes, always, because money is one of the toughest issues to negotiate between couples. And, you know, I've talked about this before. Most couples do not know how to fight fair, and so a lot of couples avoid the issues around money. They don't talk about it, and the next thing you know, everybody's shopping, buying things, and now the conflicts erupt and, you know, the issues around money erupt. But it just, again, that's the kind of thing where it's bringing out problems that are there under the surface that people haven't been talking about.
I'm always shocked when I hear about couples who say, I hid the credit card bill.
Oh, yeah.
And
or the gifts, or they, you know, they hide things. Yes, that does happen a lot. Many, many people are conflict avoidant in their relationships. We actually know that's one of the worst kinds of problems for couples to have because if you don't bring out conflicts and problems about money or time constraints or, you know, what are we doing about the in-laws this year?
Yeah, what about those in-laws?
Well, what about the in-laws? Yeah, well, you know, connecting with family and people that we believe should love us is very important to all of us. And, you know, when those needs are not met, that also creates a kind of stress. When, you know, we expect people to care about us and things disappoint us, or in our family with our friends, we know that things aren't going to work out. That creates a lot of problems for people, too.
How do you deal with the in-laws that want you at their place and these in-laws want you over here and so on and so on?
Right. Again, but we go back to the couples and negotiating and being able to talk about these things, because by and large, if it's my family, I'm the one who has to do the talking to my family. And if it's your family, you've got to be the one talking. Sometimes you want to straighten them out, and I want to straighten yours out. And then now you have intergenerational, inter-family conflict. And so it really puts a lot of pressure on couples to try to figure those things out.
And I see a lot of couples dealing with it in December.
Right.
Instead of dealing with it maybe in, I don't know, in the summer.
Right. That's the whole thing. Sweep it under the rug. Let's not talk about it. That really does get couples in trouble.
And it does get couples in trouble for sure. Couple time. How do you find it during this time of year?
Well, I think you have to schedule it just like everything else. You know, when parties are coming, you know, go out for dinner before you go shopping, or just set aside, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour just to talk about what's going on, and also talk about not just the busyness of the season. What is new in your life? Because, you know, the world doesn't stop. We have things happening with work, with our children, with other people we care about. People have illnesses. Somebody told me yesterday somebody's got to get a hip replacement, and, you know, it's happening the day after Christmas. You know, life does go on, and if you're not focused on that or talking about it, that creates more and more stress.
Okay, let's keep things harmonious this holiday season. Keep things in perspective.
Talk before the holidays
yes.
come. You know, keep the conversations going all throughout the year.
All right, great advice, Dr. Rita DeMaria.